Good Monday morning, my dear Christian brother or sister. I hope that you are doing well this morning. I hope that you're safe and warm. And of course, I hope that you are ready for another productive week of living your very best life in Jesus Christ. I was thinking the other morning that one of the problems, or maybe the perks, of being a saxophone player is that you get to play a lot of older songs, mostly from the 1940s and 50s. This has certainly, over the years, filled my mind with a treasure trove of great songs from the likes of wonderful composers like Harold Arlen and Irving Berlin, Sammy Cahn, Cole Porter, Jerome Kern, Oscar Hammerstein II, and so many more. And these songs, sung by legends like Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, Doris Day, Judy Garland, and others, they always give me pleasure. I can't help it. Well, as Landry has grown up, it's great to see his reaction when Pop sings them to lighten his mood or whatever. Some ones that I sing a lot are Swinging on a Star, written by Johnny Burke and Jimmy Van Heusen, and High Hopes by Sammy Cahn, first recorded by Frank Sinatra, of course. Each of these songs is memorable. It's cheerful, and they have little lessons in them. But of late, his favorite pop song is Accentuate the Positive by Johnny Mercer. I've always found it interesting that in order to demonstrate a positive demeanor, Mr. Mercer chose to go to the Bible, specifically the Old Testament, for the stories of Jonah and the whale and Noah and the ark. If you pay attention to the lyrics, he starts by writing as if he were almost teaching a Sunday school class. He says, "Gather around me, children, if you're willing to sit tight while I start reviewing the attitude of doing right." I love that, the attitude of doing right. He then sings them the main idea, which is accentuate the positive in their lives and remember the story with these words. He says, "To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale and Noah in the ark. Just what did they do when everything looked so dark? Man, they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum. Have faith, or pandemonium is liable to walk upon the scene." As I read that, it became, well, first of all, I've read that it became an instant hit, but the concept really didn't originate with Mr. Mercer by any stretch of the imagination. The Apostle Paul was encouraging to do the same thing 2,000 years ago. I mean, one of my favorite scriptures says, "Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute, if there is anything excellent, and if anything worthy of praise, dwell on these things." Of course, that's Philippians 4 and 8. Paul's message is clear. I can brighten my outlook on life by focusing on and meditating on the positive. Mental illness aside, there are folks around us every day who are discouraging and hateful and frankly miserable because they spend most of their lives focusing on the false and the dishonorable and the ugly of their past or around them. And no matter how positive the event, they seem content to look on the dark side and, as a friend of mine says, snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. I used to be one of those guys, so I understand. But I have learned that eliminating negative words, ideas, and thoughts from my mind and instead substituting things like thankfulness, prayer, praise, and worship, and of course reading the Word, can make the difference between simply existing and living a joyous, purpose-filled, and powerful life in Christ. And the truth is that, like I said, mental illness aside, in most cases the choice is ours. We choose our words, and our words create in us ways of thought, and vice versa, I might add. So as we start another week, I urge you, my brother and sister in Christ, be aware, be mindful. Remember this week as you go forward that people are watching and listening. There's plenty of negative for them to see. There's plenty of people out there that tell them it's hopeless. Show them the joy of Christ. I mean, I hate to sing to you, but remember, you've got to spread joy. Up to the maximum, bring gloom. Down to the minimum, have faith. Or pandemonium is liable to walk upon the scene. So I guess what I'm saying, my dear brother and sister, is be joyous, be positive, and live. Oh, and whatever you do, please, as you go through this week, don't mess with Mr. In Between. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that you're looking forward to our prayer meeting tomorrow and of course tomorrow evening on the computer, and of course Wednesday's business meeting. But more than anything else, I hope you go forward with a positive attitude and power in Christ. I hope to see you all soon. Have a fantastic day. I love you all. Bye-bye.